Hello, my people. This is Robert with Guitar Journeys. Saying hello. I'm on a mission to get some hours. And I'm going to go live every day until I get a couple of thousand hours. So, let's see. What should we do today? Can y'all see me okay? I turned on the to flip the camera around on this Prism map, so now you can see me like you know, when I play my guitar I don't look like I'm left-handed, but it made it kind of strange. It made it different. Trying to get like in the middle of the picture, it made that different, but it's all good, man. It's all good. You guys, I wanted to tell you a little something. I've been in and out of church, you know, since I was in my 20s. And I had a run there when I was in my 50s. I'd say late 40s and 50s. I had a run where I was going to church every Sunday. There was a few times where we even went to some middle of the week services. And, excuse me, something that I kind of struggle with. And what I'm going to tell you is I'm not going to preach to you. That's not what I'm going to do. But what I am going to tell you is some pretty good information. I myself struggle with worrying. I think I've been like that all of my life. I do remember when I was a kid, I would worry that my dad was going to come home and beat the crap out of me for all the stuff I'd done that week. My dad was a truck driver, so a lot of times I didn't see him during the week. But anyways, part of Christianity, part of believing in God, is to let God take your worries. You're not supposed to worry a lot about things that you can't control. And yeah, you're supposed to give your worries to God and don't worry about stuff. I struggle with that. I've always struggled with worrying about stuff. So, here lately, I've been trying to tell myself, you know, that, hey man, you can't keep worrying about stuff that you don't have no control over. You know, it's messing you up, and so you're not getting anywhere. I mean, you don't get nothing out of it, right? You just worry. So I've been really trying to work on that. And then funny thing, man, you ever go to church and then it seems like they're preaching exactly what it is you need to hear? So there's a TV preacher. I don't know if any of you have ever watched this guy or not. His name is Charles Stanley. And my wife and I like to watch him. We think that he's a very good preacher. So today, I turn on Dr. Charles Stanley, and that's what the message was all about. The message today was about, well, the big part of the message is not to worry, you know, to turn that worry over to God. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to rearrange some chords I have here. So it was it's hard to do that, man. If you're like me, if you're just naturally like, you know, one of those people that worry about everything, it's hard to not worry about stuff. But hang on. I'm trying to move my cords around here so things will look better. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. Now I got room for my tea and everything. But yeah, it's a struggle. I have a, hey, what's going on, everybody? But I just naturally have that in me where if something's going on, or if I just start thinking about something, I start worrying about it. Hey, I'm doing good, man. How you doing? But I don't know. Some of you people have that same thing going on where you worry about stuff when you don't really need to. You know, they call that a worry wart, I guess. I'm 63 years old, and it's kind of something that I struggle with. But I probably will struggle with it forever. I try not to, though. You know, they say, well, God is in control of everything. So don't worry about it, because if God is in control, then, hey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate that a lot. But if God is in control, then you don't worry about it. I mean, why you worry about it? Because it's going to happen anyways. And then I seen on a movie one time. It was like a Christian, a faith movie. And this little girl told this guy, she said, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen? Is you die. That's the worst thing that can happen, right? Everything else, you can fix. Anything else that comes along in life, you can fix it, right? Okay, when you die, you can't fix that, because when it's your time to die, it's just your time to die. So, and I thought to myself, when I heard that girl say that, I said, man, that sounds so simple. It sounds so simple. But it's not really that simple sometimes. How many of you people are guitar players? Can I ask that question? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. And I got 2,000, almost, let me look. Almost, let me go into YouTube Studio. Almost, I have 2,400 almost. I have like really close to 2,400 subscribers. But I do plan on being on YouTube as long as I'm alive. What about Frankie?
The Clippers.
Oh, they're in the, I told you before, they're in that bottom drawer.
I didn't see them.
Why, you asked me before and I told you. Oh, 2,392. My wife's going to try to cut our dog with some clippers that I bought. I tried using those clippers on him when I first bought the clippers, and I didn't have great success. I'll put it to you like that. I don't have very good patience, and I don't have nothing to hold the dog in place, right? So when you start putting those clippers on him, he starts kind of freaking out. And I only tried it one time, and I said, that's too big of a mess to mess with. Did you find them?
Yeah.
I only used them one time. Oh, you like that? Cool, man. It's fluorescent. This is a man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a man. I'm an old man. One day I was in Walmart, and I was looking for something, you know, and I said, excuse me, man, do you know where I could find this? And he goes, I'll be right with you, ma'am. And I lost it, man. I lost my cool. I said, hey, turn around and look at me. And I said, do you really think I'm a woman? What the hell's wrong with you? And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." And I said, "Whatever. I don't need your help anymore, man." But yeah, I had a business in Colorado, and I'd send my son out to go do the work, and they'd say, "Oh, your mom was so nice on the phone." My son would start laughing, and he'd say, "That's not my mom. That's my dad." Oh shit! You are what you are, man. You're doing it down. Oh, I heard her start those clippers. I said, "You're doing it down here," but she's doing it upstairs. Oh, she's vacuuming right now. We have a little dog. He's a schnauzer, and he's 13 years old. He's almost 14. And I get tired. I kind of get tired of taking him down to get him groomed. And it's getting to the point where, you know, he's kind of old, and I don't know. I don't think he's really enjoying going to the dog groomers. So we're trying to groom him ourselves. I mean, he's not that big of a dog, right? You can just take the clippers. Do you need something? Or who's asking if I need something? Or someone else asking someone? So anyways, guys, I was asking you before, excuse me, y'all. How many of you guys are guitar players? Do I have any guitar players in here? Look, guys, my name is Robert, okay? And you stop and think about it. How many women do you know named Robert, okay? So that's that, all right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Hey, I'm almost to 2,400. Like I said before, my thing that I need the most on YouTube is hours, because you have to have 4,000 watch hours. And I'm looking for some backing tracks. So none of you people play guitars? Any of you play any other instruments? Here's some backing tracks. Let's check and see what we got here. I like ease. I like ease. There's a blues mode in E. No, not really. E blues in Memphis. Yeah, that might be interesting. Let's try that one. My name is Gabriel. What's up, Gabriel? Nice to meet you. You play? I'm gonna put on some backing tracks and mess around with my guitar a little bit. Hang on just a second. I gotta get my stereo going. You gotta be careful when you turn the stereo on, man, because if it's turned up too loud, my speakers are like over 20 years old, and I'll blow my speakers up. And those speakers aren't cheap, man. That's all I got for now. I plan on getting some speakers. Hang on. Uh-oh, that one's hooked up. I plan on getting some speakers for like putting on shows. And the ones I planned on getting were let me think about this for a minute. Mackies. They're called Mackie. The ones that I want are like 8-inch. That means like the woofer is an 8-inch speaker. The reason I want to get these speakers is because they don't take up a lot of room in the car, and they're not very heavy. And I play in nursing homes. I don't need like a big volume. They always complaining that I'm playing too loud. But I gotta tell y'all something. When it comes to playing music, louder is funner. A lot of people say louder is better, but I'm gonna tell you that louder is funner, okay? Stetson. Are you a cowboy? I have a hat that's made by Stetson. And it's funny too because it's not a cowboy hat. That is so big. That is so big. What is so big? Hey, you guys want to see what this looks like with the black light? It's really cool, man. Do you guys know what a black light is? I kind of feel like you guys are kind of younger. Let me show you what this looks like, okay? I'll introduce you to a black light. Hang on. We'll black light it out. All right, what do y'all think about that? That's pretty dope, huh? Hoo-yah! Yeah, man. Back in the 70s, black lights were like the bomb. They were like it, man. Even when I was about like around 10, I think maybe 10, 11, 12 in that area. Everybody had black lights. All my friends. I had a kind of a cheap black light. It was just a light bulb, but in the middle of my room was a light socket. So it worked out pretty good in my room, actually. Yeah, you just screw in the light, right? I mean, of course, you just screw in the light. But you put this light bulb in just like a regular light bulb, and it make your room look all crazy. And then I had a bunch of posters. You know, back in the 70s, man, posters were a real big thing. Let's see, I gotta get some pedals on here. Where's my pedal board switch? But there was even places where you go to buy posters, and they'd have a room where you go in there and they have a black light, so you can see what the posters look like with the black light on. So what are you kids doing today on a Saturday? Yeah, the black light that I have, hang on just a minute, I'll show it to you. And it wasn't expensive. You guys ought to get one for your room, man. I tell you. Okay, check it out. Can you see the light up there? That's what it is right there. That's the black light. I think it was about around 12, maybe 10, 11, $12, something like that. Got it on Amazon. But it really lights the room up. Okay, we got everything on here. Let me turn on my amplifier. But yeah, I try. I'm still here. All right, man, that's cool. That's cool. I try to live in a childhood. You know what I mean? I spent most of my life being stressed out, broke, mad, addicted to something. The main thing that I did in my life that made me so stressed and so mad is that I never had enough money. And when you're broke, you're mad because you don't have enough money. And then when you get married and you still don't have enough money, and then you have kids and you still don't have enough money, the stress really gets to you. And when you're stressed out, you just get mad all the time. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Stay in school, man. Stay in school, get an education, go get a decent job. That way you'll have enough money. If you don't, you're going to be struggling like I did. And it's not always fun to be like that. All right, that's a lesson for the day. Okay, so I have on, I'm just going to play around with this for a little bit, but you guys go ahead and talk to me. You know, ask me something. I have a lot of wisdom. It's true. What happened, I had a learning disability. I couldn't read. And things came out backwards for me when I look at it. So, back in the 70s, if you couldn't understand things, their answer was that you just weren't trying. And I got left behind, kinda, you know? I got pushed through school, push them through the next grade, push them through the next grade. But then when I got to high school, I didn't know the stuff that I needed to know. So it was a bad situation. And then without an education, you have a hard time getting a job where you make good money. So yeah, but I made it, you know what I mean? I made it through life. Drinking and partying didn't help any. You know what I mean? When you drink and you party, you go out to the bars and stuff like that, you spend all your money on that crap. So when you're broke and then you're spending all your money partying, it doesn't work too good. But anyways, I'll be honest with you, at 63, my life is better right now than it's ever been. Okay, I'm not addicted to anything. I own my own house. I mean, it's paid for, I own it, and I don't have to pay rent, you know, or a house payment. And yeah, pretty much everything that we own is paid for. And I'm retired. I retired early, and I play my guitar most all day. And yeah, that's where I'm at. You're not gonna leave me behind. Don't leave me behind, man. Go to the light. You want some light back on? Go to the light. Oh, you mean like with Jesus? Let's see what we got right here. On the backing tracks, guys, I can do the backing tracks. Twist and E blues, okay? I can do the backing tracks and YouTube don't say nothing. If you play regular music, let's get a little distortion going on, man. Hang on. I'll tell you what, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Let's go to the fuzz face. Let's play down. So, where y'all from? What state you guys live in? I live in Kansas. All right, y'all don't like that too much? Let's turn it off then. We'll turn it off then, okay? I don't want to lose my I don't want to lose my audience. So let's turn it off for a minute. Let me get the light back on, all right? Hang on. Let me get the light back on. Y'all chill out for a minute. I'll be right back. All right. Can y'all see me now? So, I was asking everybody, ooh, that light's bright in my eyes, man. Hang on. I was asking everybody where y'all were from. I didn't get no answers. I was on yesterday, and I had one guy from Denmark, which I need to do a little research on, but I'm thinking that that's in London. I mean, he did mention London. So anyways, I had a guy from Denmark, and I had a guy from Iran, and that's very cool, man. I mean, when you have people from other countries, yeah, I think that's very cool. Reminds me back when I was a kid, a lot of people back in the 70s, they had what they called ham radios. So they'd be, you could talk on a radio, like a CB radio, and you could talk to people in other countries. So back in the 70s, man, there was no internet yet. Let's set you guys back far enough where you can see me. But you can't see me what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna leave you all on until I get done warming up. After I get done warming up a little bit, I'm going to make a couple of videos and post them on YouTube. I am going to play Eric Clapton, Over the Rainbow by Eric Clapton, and Layla by Eric Clapton. But right now I'm just going to warm up a little bit. I'm doing right now, guys, is playing through the modes. The good thing about playing scales and modes is that it does a lot of things for you as a guitar player. I'm assuming for anybody that's playing a musical instrument, because it gets your mind and your fingers, your hands working together. So, like when you play like that, there's a certain pattern that you're going to play. Your mind knows that pattern. Your mind is telling your fingers where to play. You're learning to trust your mind. You're learning to trust your fingers. And your fingers are getting used to being on the strings. I once told a guy that I told him that I practiced, pretty much all day, off and on. I mean, I get tired. I stop for a little while and then I practice some more. And he said, "What do you practice? I mean, what is it that you practice that many hours?" And I said, "Well, some days I just play scales and modes." And he said, "Oh, I never practice scales or modes." And I'm thinking to myself, well, there's your problem, buddy. If you, I can only speak for guitars because I have never played any other instrument. Scales and modes and chords, triads, all that stuff is that's how you play guitars. That's why you play guitars. That's what playing guitar is all about. If you don't know your scales, you're gonna have a very hard time trying to solo, because knowing your scales is kind of how you do solo. That's your roadmap. Get your fingers moving. You got to get your fingers moving. I know this sounds kind of crazy. It doesn't sound like logical, but you have to train your mind and your fingers to play and to trust your. I actually heard Eric Clapton say one time, you need to trust that your fingers are going to do what your mind tells it to. So, yeah, there you go, man. You heard it from the man, right? right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna practice these. Whoops, am I plugged in? No, I'm not plugged in, man. I'm gonna practice my songs. I'm gonna try to make a video. I've been practicing these songs for a while. So, anyways, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all my subscribers. I appreciate everybody coming on to my live streams. And I mean, that's why I do it, right? Other than trying to make a little money. I come on for y'all, man. You know, if I could help somebody, and here's the thing, man. If you're not live right now, but you watch my video later, okay, it's like I'm telling you that I have been around in the world. I have been, you know, I've been married, I've been divorced, I've had some kids, I've raised some kids, I had a lot of problems, you know, off and on through life. I had my own business. I worked in the packing house industry for about 20 years. I had my own business for 20 years. I've been retired now for 10 years. I've been a musician for 16 years. And I'm happily married now. I own my own house. Everything that I own is paid for. So, yeah, I've been around, man. If any of you guys need any advice on anything, hit me up. I'll try to set you straight, man. I'll try to do you right. So, anyways, y'all have a nice day. It's Saturday, and guess what? We're having like spring type weather. It's supposed to be in the high 50s today. Is that crazy? We've been in the it's 53 degrees right now. That's crazy. We've been in the Arctic for the last 2 weeks. It's been in freezing. Like the high temperature would be like 6 degrees or 3 degrees for the high. So yeah, we've been freezing our butts off over here for a couple of weeks now. But yeah, things are going to get better, man. It's going to get nice. And yeah, everything's going to be cool, y'all. So hey, I'm Robert, this is Guitar Journeys. Thanks for checking me out. Like always, I appreciate it. And peace out.